All right, fuckers. I gotta do a review on the day. First of all, my long sucked ass. I should have kept my stop in another place, which was right here. My stop should have been right there, like a little bit below, because all of that held. I did make an oopsie, which was I had my stop loss set for instead of having a hard stop, I had the stop loss set for invalidation of this, right? So I actually held my position and ended up banging this, which wasn't crazy. So I TP'd right here on 2.25. Um, which wasn't anything crazy, it was like 4R. I did get stopped on the S, so I did try to long right here from this 4 to -4 entry trigger that happened right here. So I entered right there, got instantly stopped. That's the end of the joke right there. That was fucking unfortunate because I usually place my stops one tick below, and this day it didn't. It didn't. So yeah, I got fucked by the equal lows that also made SMT right here, which was crazy work nevertheless. I mean, this chop range was just crazy to me, and yeah, that's what it's at right now. Like I don't see any of this as a bad trade, but the PA just sucked. I made fun of people right here that entered longs right here. I told I was live at the time. I told that the people that were long here were probably fucked. I was waiting for lower. My expectation for the day was waiting to enter right around here. I didn't get what I want, but I had to react. So my rules were if we closed above this 5 minute, then I would take this 5 minute right here. Then I would take a 30-second entry trigger off of it. That's exactly what happened right here. That's what ended getting me stopped. Now, to break down this trade right here, I did explain everything before, but I'm going to explain it again. So, to begin with, we had SMT at the daily highs. The the Monday high that was formed at PM was taken. We had sequential SMT on the higher time frame, and we had news dropping. Now, if you want to be bullish for the day with 8:30 news, you want the 8:30 news to print lower. So that's exactly what I was expecting with sequential SMT. Now, do you enter on the news candle? No, you enter on the reaction. Because this the news candle just sets the print. It's the beginning of the print. Now you can react to what price will do before 9:30 because the manipulation is then now before 9:30. Now I set up this. I also had the standard deviation set and targets as well. So my lower time frame standard deviation, which was the 1 minute, was this one. But I also had the higher time frame, which was this one right here, that only ended up delivering to -1. But because I was playing an hourly range, I had EQ of the range set right here, as you can see. So what I did end up doing was uh, I waited for a 1 minute PD array to get respected, which was this order block right here. I had my sell level at 950. I waited for a reaction, and following time frame alignment, you should take a 15-second entry trigger of a 1 minute PD array, right? So if you have a 1 minute PD array, I just waited for this gap to get inversed, this little thing to get inversed. Close below, we formed right here on the 15-second close below, formed an order block, and I just took the sweep reaction of this. So I just took the first reaction I saw. So when I just got market filled. So I could have entered here, here, or here. I just ended up getting filled here, but I ended up getting a market buy. And what I did was once saw this close below, then I would want to see this area right here get closed above again. So my invalidation of the trade would be, of course, right here. So I instantly move my stop right here and I hold. And because this was a paper trade, just a warm up for market, because I was just waiting for longs. My main objective for today was longs, of course. I ended up not taking this on the fundeds, unfortunately, but it is what it is. This was two minis. So this would be my general risk on the normal funded accounts to start the buffer, which is risking 200 bucks. And there's that. I This was my first target -2. Now, of course, because I was holding in demo, I thought it was fun to get the first TP right around -4. So that's what I did. You can see on the screenshots that I shared throughout the trade that I ended up TPing the first one right here. As you can see, it hits and bounces, but that's no biggie because the draw was lower, of course. So what I ended up doing was setting up EQ of the range, which was right here with this other 1 minute standard deviation that makes the SMT. Now, right here, I just targeted EQ of the range to be safe, and that ends up giving you around 50R for the trade. This is an insane trade. It's a very, very, very non-frequent trade to have. If you trade lower time frame, you're gonna find some of these because this is just the beginning of a higher time frame move catched on the lower time frame where you understand where mitigation is. So if you go right here, you'll see, well, this is a bit more advanced, but you'll see that if I go right here, EQ is delivered right there. So the range this was playing on the seconds was right there. As you can see, it fills EQ and then starts delivering lower. And that's basically what made me hold. We had a bunch of other confluences that looked good, which was alignment with the key opens and everything. I don't use that for entries, but yeah. From there, the charting on this was very simple. I just saw -1 accumulation delivery, so there was not going to be any retracement. Hope for a retracement for -2. I just connect the current EQ of the range, it gets filled. So now, if you were to manage your trade live, your stop should be moved here, and you would secure, I don't know, like 5R, which is not much, is $1,000. But money is money. If you're copy trading, that's going to be a fuck ton of money. But yeah, we ended up hitting this home run that almost was low day. I just didn't hold more because even if I held more, I would have gotten like break even or stop trailing because this was my target. Did not end up getting hit. But yeah, from there to get into the longs and why I was expecting lower, it was just alignment that we had standard deviation with OTE levels but ended up not getting hit. Nevertheless, the draw for today was obviously long. As you can see, we're delivering off of what? Market maker buy model to these highs right here. This is going to be a full model. Eventually, I just don't have a good connection as for now. But we're going to have other connections throughout the model that's going to give us new targets for new models. But yeah, just looking at the day, it was very simple. Uh, like you see right here, my draw wasn't hit, but textbook wise, it made sense to go higher, which was you just have a discount array right here that's internal range liquidity from a smaller range that goes into the next one, which would be this high right here or this standard deviation zone, whatever you like to do. Now going into this is pretty simple. There's low form CISD, this gets respected. As you can see, this order block is going to get respected. From there, you have regular OTE entry right here. If I would have entered right here, there's a lot of entries you can take. So on the 1 minute, there's not much except OTE, just a retracement of this initial move. This is a high risk entry, but it's not a bad entry. From the lower time frame, the best entry I saw was this micro model right here that you could have taken on the 15-second, which is a low risk buy off of there's a 30-second model and the 15-second model. I'll start with the 15. The 15-second model works off this. So when you're looking to buy off low risk, what you want to do is you want to see a breaker, you want to see a gap that's in discount, so it can be aligned. It's very good to have it aligned with either EQ or OTE. So where's that? Right here. How you're going to get extra confirmation is by connecting your standard deviation levels to get a good accurate level. So this zone is going to be important within this zone. So how is this going to help you? It's going to help you define where you should find your level and where price shouldn't go. So if you get 15-second closes below this, means your trade is bunzo, shit, dog pile of shit. It's not worth anything. So what's the level right here? Some people would argue that this is going to be the level and they're just going to take this 15-second gap and that's it. But to refine it further, you can take the breaker and the gap. And what you do is you take the part of the breaker that's within the gap. So you take it here, from here to here, you put it like that. You see that there's alignment with 2.5, you can take that. And here's your bottom tick for the day. And this is an actual stop you can have, like having an actual stop. For me, the safer stop would have been the invalidation of the gap one or the invalidation of the breakers. So a manual close below this. So 20-point stop for if you're targeting higher, I would use, because there's no SMTs right here, I would use either the 15-second, which gives you nothing. So about this, which is 12R. Perfect, great trade. Or if you want to get a nicer RR, you just go look for the higher time frame leg, which doesn't happen here. So you go on the 30 and you find this one right here, which is the 30-second leg, which we delivered up to these highs, which is great alignment for trade. Now, because you're pro bias, you want to hold this to -4 with a partial on -2. So your trade would have banked for 20R with this stop. If you want to be extra fucking crazy, you can have stops like reaction-based stops, which is just you wait for a reaction, and so you from here no stop, you get a reaction, which is fucking first order block, and then you go instant 5-point stop, and that's your risk right there. You can even add on your way up. So there's other ways you could have added here. Of course, if you check, this is a 1 minute look. 1 minute wick, 30-second wick theory with entry trigger, no, EL right here. So you could have entered there as well, if you wanted extra confirmation, quote unquote. So yeah, that's the best trade you could have taken in my opinion. The second best trade you could have taken was purely based off SMTs. So you gotta find one. So nothing inside this range. So for me, this area right here is pretty shit. Only thing you could take off of this is fib, but again, it's very high risk. You're still in the 5-minute gap. You still have no confirmation. The only low risk entry is right there, which is below the current. It's close to the current low, and you have ways to manage your stop even if you're a low RR trader, which is you have space. Right here, you don't have space, and you're subject to getting stopped. Like there's a much higher probability of you getting stopped, but just to show you, OT is right there, so it doesn't even get hit. But just that, yeah, that. There's a 30-second buy model there, but it's already mitigated here, so I don't see why anyone would get this. This would probably be just a break-even trade for a lot of people. So yeah, the next one would be the one I took, but my trade was mismanaged. Unfortunately, I was live and I mismanaged it for a lot of people, which angers me a bit. But yeah, this is just waiting for 5 minutes to get closed above. You have a new hourly candle opening soon, so this is just chops, chop, 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 which is very bad. But the best thing you can do here is you have a nice SMT that gives you a wick, rejection wick. On the 5 minute, you should go for the 30-second. And right there, like this, the best trade you could have taken here, in my opinion, that wouldn't fuck you up, would have been this. And this is stretching it. Like either this on the 30, this or this with this slow right here. And because this slow right here is already protected, it shouldn't go below that. But what was really protecting this trade was this SFT. So yeah, this is the second best trade you could have taken from this. And of course, to up to -4, I lost the first trade. So in the second trade, I wasn't so much right on because I was just like, I'm not finna deal with this bullshit. I'm just gonna take. I was lucky. Like I should have gotten out, so I just took what I got from this and ran away with the profits. Really. So there's that. There's this trade right here that runs up to -4. You can target whatever you want, the end dog. But I would just go for this, to be honest. And the max it will give you is 6R, which is amazing. Great. So yeah, that's my review for today. Hope it's not too complicated. I'm gonna erase all of this now. And oh, I forgot. Expectations for tomorrow. Uh, the same bullshit. So what? We had the PDR SMT with the standard deviation right here. We had the expansion day today, which looks like a very good power of 3. So in the higher time frame, and when I mean higher time frame, which would be the 15-minute, I'm just expecting a retracement to discount. So if I end up deleting all of this, which you all have already seen, if you want to keep seeing it, just go back in the video. If I delete this, I will wait for this. This is already mitigated, as you can see. This is already mitigated as well. So your current new low would be this candle right here, because this little range is already mitigated as well. Use your fucking eyes, don't ask me why. So yeah, now what you want to do is for PM today or tomorrow, I don't know how this is going to print, but you already hit -2, so I'm expecting some sort of consolidation. What you want to see is consolidation into manipulation somewhere around here. I'm not telling you where, but I told you how to look for stuff. I'm not certain where it will do what it needs to do, but continuation up to external. And ultimately -4, ultimately all-time high. That's the game plan. Same for any fucking asset that you are looking at right now. Same for Bitcoin, same for gold. Bullish on everything. Let's print money, guys. Hell yeah. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the market review, analysis, forecast, whatever the fuck. And enjoy your day, nigga.